Today's story, The Last Train. When Bimmel finally reached the station, he glanced down at his wristwatch. 9:15 p.m. His heart sank. He walked quickly to the ticket counter and asked the man sitting inside, "Excuse me, has the train to Delhi already left?" The man nodded. "Yes, it left about 5 minutes ago." Bimmel lowered his voice and repeated softly, "Left?" Then after a brief pause he asked, "Is there any other train going to Delhi?" The ticket clerk remained silent for a few seconds before replying, "Yes, there is one last train, around 10:30 tonight." He looked at Bimmel for a moment and added in an odd tone, "If it's not inconvenient for you, you can take the last train. But be careful. Sometimes the experience of traveling on the last train isn't very pleasant." Bimmel gave a faint smile. No, I don't mind. I've traveled on last trains many times before." The man smiled strangely. "All right then. Best of luck. Have a safe journey." "Thank you. You can wait in the waiting room. Someone will inform you when the train arrives." "Okay." The waiting room was attached to the ticket counter. From outside, Bimmel noticed it was completely empty. He pushed open the large glass door and stepped inside. There were 5 or 6 sofas arranged neatly around the room. He chose one, dropped his shoulder bag beside him, took out a magazine, and began reading. But time refused to move. Every second felt like an hour. After some time, boredom started creeping under his skin. He placed the magazine aside and began pacing around the room. Then suddenly, the glass door opened. A man in his 40s entered carrying a black bag. He quietly sat on the sofa directly opposite Bimmel and lit a cigarette. Bimmel returned to his seat and picked up his magazine again. After a while, he noticed the stranger staring at him. Maybe he wanted to talk. Finally, breaking the silence, Bimmel asked, "Where are you going?" The man answered immediately, "Delhi." He smiled faintly. "My son lives there. I used to work in a private bank here. Retired just 4 days ago, so now I'm moving in with him." Then he asked, "And you?" "I'm going to Delhi too." The man smiled. "Then our destination is the same." They talked. Bimmel learned the man's family consisted of his son, daughter-in-law, grandson, and granddaughter. "And your wife?" Bimmel asked. The man became quiet. After several seconds, he answered softly, "My wife died in a train accident about 4 years ago." Bimmel immediately apologized. The man simply smiled. Then he asked Bimmel about his own family. Bimmel replied proudly, "My wife, my 5-year-old son, and my 3-year-old daughter." "Very nice," the man said. Bimmel finally asked, "May I know your name?" The stranger smiled. "Of course. My name is Rathikanta Das." "And yours?" "Bimmel Huldar." Conversation flowed naturally. Strangers became familiar. Time slipped away unnoticed. At exactly 10:25 p.m., the ticket clerk entered the waiting room. "The train has arrived. Come." Bimmel picked up his bag. "Come on, Rathikanta Babu. We'll continue talking on the train." Both of them stepped outside. The clerk looked at them and said quickly, "Hurry. The train won't stop long." Bimmel climbed aboard immediately. Rathikanta followed. Inside, the train was completely empty. Only the two of them. Bimmel took a window seat. Rathikanta sat directly opposite him. Feeling hungry, Bimmel opened a packet of biscuits. He offered one. "Would you like some?" "No." "All right." Just then his phone rang. It was his childhood friend, Sagnik. "Where are you?" "Everyone at home is waiting. I just got on the train." "What?" "Your train was supposed to leave at 9. I got stuck in traffic. Missed it. Had to take this last train instead." "Okay, travel safely." The call ended. Bimmel looked up. Rathikanta was reading a book. The cover caught Bimmel's attention. It was a ghost story. Smiling playfully, Bimmel asked, "Do you believe in ghosts?" Rathikanta lowered the book. His eyes lingered on Bimmel. Then he answered, "Yes." Bimmel laughed. "Have you ever seen one?" "No." He paused. "But that doesn't mean they don't exist." He leaned forward. "This world belongs not only to humans." Then he asked, "You don't believe?" "No." Bimmel smiled confidently. "Ghosts don't exist." Rathikanta stared at him for a long moment. Then in a cold, heavy voice, "And what if a ghost is sitting right beside you?" Bimmel blinked. "What do you mean?" Slowly, Rathakanta lowered the book. Bimmel's eyes widened. His entire face, covered in blood. One side of his jaw looked crushed. Blood soaked his clothes. Bimmel's throat closed. He tried to scream. Nothing came out. Without thinking, he jumped up and ran into the dark coach ahead. Suddenly, he tripped. His face slammed hard against the aluminum floor. His chin split open. Blood streamed down. Shaking, he turned on his phone flashlight and froze. At his feet lay a half-rotten corpse, partially eaten. Bimmel stepped backward in horror. Then the light reached the face. His blood turned cold. It was the ticket clerk. Bimmel whispered, "That means..." He stared, then looked ahead, and his mind shattered. The coaches that had seemed empty were full. Rows and rows of monstrous creatures. Dog-like, huge, their glowing eyes fixed on him. Low growls echoed through the train. Among them, Rathakanta stood smiling. Bimmel folded his hands. "Please let me go." Rathakanta tilted his head. A twisted smile spread across his face. "It's been a long time since I caught prey. You think I'll let you go so easily?" Bimmel begged again, but Rathakanta's smile only widened. Then, the creatures charged. They leapt onto Bimmel. Sharp teeth tore into his flesh. Chunks of meat ripped from his body. Bimmel fought, screamed, begged, but against so many, he was helpless. His cries filled the train, yet nobody came. Outside, the whistle of the train screamed through the night and swallowed his voice whole.